If there's something that I know that I'm very good at, is the fact that I always bring the best of gist for my listeners, and those that are consistent know the drill. Hello, guys. Welcome to today's episode. My name is Mimi. This is a dash of colors. This is a self help channel for anyone who is on their journey of self love and of care. And sometimes we tend to have tons of gossip here and there, but still, we're on the drill. We're on the process of healing, loving ourselves, and all of that shit. So, welcome back. If you're a first time listener, welcome to our Save Zone. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you will be the first to know when we upload episode. And if you're a consistent listener, I see you. Thank you so much for reporting again today. So this thing that I'm about to talk about today is like something that everybody is always curious about. Like, how do you know if this person is the right person for you? How do you know if this person is the right one for you? Like, it seems like everyone is curious about this particular thing. So everyone keeps asking, how do I know if this person is the person for me? How do I know that I am on the right path or that I'm doing the right thing with this person? And while there might not be a straight up answer to that particular question, I feel like there are things that we should look out for when we're with particular people. That way we can easily identify if they are meant to be with us or not. This question has been asked since the beginning of time, and it's a question that still plagues many of us today. But the truth is, there is no easy answer to this question because love situation is different to everybody. You get. However, there are a few things that we can look out for that can actually point to us if somebody that we're with is actually the one for us. And one of those things is compatibility. When I dated my previous boyfriend, I knew from the go that we were not compatible because we had different views on life, right? He wasn't he wasn't someone that liked active service. He's not someone that wants to do things for you. He's so into himself, and he just has a lot of things that he wants to do for himself. He never really thinks about our relationship, and he doesn't really think about how to make it work. And I, on the other hand, was someone who was hell-bent on having the best relationship ever, making it work, being the sweetest girlfriend, being committed and all of that shit. But it's actually weird when you're choosing to be committed to someone who is not as committed as you are to you. So like, I knew from the go that we were not compatible. Like, it did not make sense that like we were together, but there were so many of things. He had a different view about religion, and I had a different view about religion, and things like that. I saw all of those things, but I just felt like there were things that could be worked on. So it was like I was forcing myself to be with him, and he wasn't really having it. So like, this is the first thing we should look out for, because you and your partner should be compatible in a variety of ways, like your interests, your values, and your goals, right? They don't have to be exactly the same though, but you should be able to find a common ground and enjoy spending time together. And this was something that I did not have with my ex, right? There was no ground, right? And he knew, like, we could not come to a particular stop at a decision. We cannot say, oh, okay, fine, this is your view, this is my view, fine, let's just do this way. Everyone wanted to have their own way, so we weren't really very compatible. Like, the person I'm currently with, he's more on the active service person. He does acts of service a lot. He wants to make things work, and this is one of the things that I hold on to, right? Because he makes being in a relationship very easy. It's not something that I have to worry about or obsess over, because I know that this guy will always be there. He will always come through for me anyhow. I've been in deeper shit, and he has been the one coming through for me all these times. And this is something that I've always craved for. And having that in a person right now is, for me, a sign that this particular person is the one, right? Another thing that we could actually look out for is communication. You should be able to communicate openly and honestly with your partner without fear of judgment or rejection. This also means being able to talk about your feelings, your needs, your concerns in a respectful and understandable way, because communication is one of the most important ingredients for successful relationship. And so far you've not established a point where you can talk about things, it essentially means that relationship is failed to doom. So the person you're with, how easy is it to communicate? How easy is it to talk about the things that you're worried about, the things that you're obsessing over? How easy is it to communicate a grievance? Things like that. Does it feel like a struggle? Is it something that you earn to do? Is it something that you really want to do? So all of those things are things that you should actually actively consider. If it is not there, it is not there. You cannot force anything, you get. So another thing is that, how much you trust yourself. Like, someone sent me a message a few weeks ago, and the guy was like, he wanted to pay me a visit in Enugu and all of that. And I told him, hey, I'm not single, right? So I'm not comfortable with doing something like that. And he asked me a question, and he said, why am I being loyal to someone who may not be loyal to me? And he said, this guy may be doing something else where he is, and I'm here saying I'm not interested. And I said something. I can vouch for my current boyfriend that he's as loyal as I am, 100%. I have seen him. I don't know how to explain it, guys, but when you can trust somebody, right? One good thing about being female is the fact that our instincts are very, very strong and powerful. So, like, the fact that I am not worried about what we have is the main reason why I want to have what I have with him, because I trust him and he trusts me as well. So, like, who you're with, how much do you trust the person? Do you feel insecure? Do you feel like this person is someone that has tendencies of doing something behind you just because you don't live in the same location or something? Like, how does this person make you feel? Are you comfortable with being around that particular person, right? You should be able to feel like you can trust your partner completely, and they should feel the same way about you. This also means that your partner is reliable, he's honest, and she keeps to her promises. So these are the things that you should actually look out for. Okay, so another thing that I would look out for if I'm trying to find if someone is the one is, does he make you happy? Do you feel like you're putting up with the relationship, or are you actually happy? Are you actually enjoying the talks, the dates, all those things that happen in relationships? Maybe you're feeling like you're doing too much. I know this feeling of being forced in a relationship, because the previous one I had felt like that. It felt like I was the one who was doing the whole commitment thing. I loved my ex a lot, but then it just felt forced. It just felt like I was the one doing it. And then sometimes when I tell him after conversations, and I'm like, I love you, and he says he does not have to tell me all the time. Like, guy, like, that's like one of my love languages, and he's saying he doesn't have to tell me all the time. I'm like, wow, right? But I was putting up with it because I felt like it's something that he could unlearn. So, like, I've seen all of this whole, being unhappy in a relationship and just hoping that one day this person finally understands that they have not been actively in that relationship with you. But the truth is that it never actually works. So if you're with someone who makes you feel like you're not important, who makes you feel less of yourself, or someone who makes you feel insecure, or someone who doesn't even like, well, guys, like, one of the things that I knew, that one of the reasons why I knew that my ex wasn't just the one, was the fact that he made me feel insecure about myself. He made me feel like there were things about myself that I needed to change. Like, he would complain about my voice and he'd say, I talk like this and all of that. Like, there was always some complaint about me, like I wasn't good enough. I had to, like, there was this standard that he has set that I was supposed to meet up with. And guy, it was not working, right? I put up with it for like 8 months, but when he did not buy me anything for Valentine's Day and he did not even call me or text me, that was like my breaking point. I'm like, is this what I'm going to do forever? I can't deal with this shit, right? So like, there are things, these signs are there, right? When someone is not the one, it's there, it's littered everywhere. So it's very important to open your eyes, shine your eyes, don't be the only person that is in love, right? There was this thing I read on Twitter, and I am going to reaffirm that today. You see, love, we teach ourselves to love people, and we can teach ourselves to unlove them. I've had this experience when I am in a relationship, but I'm already done with it. I'm just waiting for the person to come in terms of the fact that I am done with it. You get exactly. So like, this is something that most of us are afraid of. We're afraid of being single. I'm afraid of being alone. I'm not afraid of being alone. I'm not afraid of being single. And that means if someone in my life is not doing as much as I'm doing to be in that relationship with me, I will walk away, right? The same way that I taught myself to love him, to be there for him, to be loyal to him, I will teach myself to do the entire opposite. And I'm sure I'll be fine, right? So please evaluate your relationships, evaluate people in your life. How do they make you feel? If they don't make you feel safe, if they don't make you feel loved, then just maybe they're not the ones for you. So, how do you know when someone is the right one for you? It's all about compatibility, communication, trust, and happiness. When you find someone who ticks all of these boxes, you know you found someone special. That's all for today's episode on Dash of Colors. I hope you enjoyed this discussion on how to know when he or she is the right one. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to message me on Twitter at a dash of colors, and I will be there to answer you ASAP. And don't forget to subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode. Thank you for listening. My name is Mimi. This is a Dash of Colors. See you next time.